Hello and welcome to Fintech World. In this video you are going to know about how the economy impacted by COVID-19. COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant impact on the finances of individuals, businesses, and governments around the world. First, individuals. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant impact on individuals around the world, affecting their physical, emotional, and financial well-being. Here are some of the ways the pandemic has impacted individuals. Health. COVID-19 is a highly contagious respiratory illness that has affected millions of people around the world. Many individuals who have contracted the virus have experienced mild to severe symptoms, and the pandemic has led to a significant number of deaths. Even individuals who have not contracted the virus have experienced negative impacts on their health, such as increased stress and anxiety due to the pandemic. Employment. The pandemic has led to significant job losses and reduced income for many individuals, particularly those in industries such as travel, hospitality, and entertainment. This has resulted in financial hardship for many, with some struggling to pay bills and provide for their families. Education. The pandemic has also had an impact on education, with many schools and universities closing or moving to online learning. This has created challenges for students and teachers, as well as parents who have had to provide support for remote learning. Mental health. The pandemic has also had a significant impact on mental health, with many individuals experiencing increased stress, anxiety, and depression. Social isolation, economic uncertainty, and concerns about the health and safety of loved ones have all contributed to this increased burden on mental health. Social life. The pandemic has also impacted social life, with many individuals unable to see friends and family in person due to lockdowns and other restrictions. This has led to increased feelings of loneliness and isolation for many. Second, businesses. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant impact on businesses around the world, affecting their operations, finances, and workforce. Here are some of the ways the pandemic has impacted businesses. Business closures. Many businesses have been forced to close or reduce operations due to lockdowns and other restrictions put in place to control the spread of COVID-19. This has been particularly impactful for businesses in industries such as hospitality, entertainment, and travel. Revenue losses. Business closures and reduced operations have resulted in significant revenue losses for many companies. Some businesses have been able to adapt by offering online sales or delivery services, but others have struggled to maintain their customer base. Supply chain disruptions. The pandemic has disrupted supply chains around the world, affecting businesses that rely on imported goods or raw materials. This has resulted in delayed shipments, increased costs, and reduced availability of certain products. Workforce reductions. Many businesses have had to lay off or furlough workers due to the economic slowdown caused by the pandemic. This has resulted in financial hardship for many individuals and families. Remote work. The pandemic has also led to an increase in remote work, with many businesses having to adopt new technologies and procedures to enable employees to work from home. While this has provided some flexibility, it has also presented challenges in terms of communication, collaboration, and maintaining productivity. Third, governments. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant impact on governments around the world, affecting their finances, policies, and infrastructure. Here are some of the ways the pandemic has impacted governments. Healthcare costs. The pandemic has resulted in increased healthcare costs for many governments around the world, as they work to control the spread of the virus and provide medical care to those affected. Economic slowdown. The pandemic has led to a significant economic slowdown in many countries, resulting in reduced tax revenues and increased government spending on stimulus measures and social safety net programs. Employment. Governments have had to provide support to individuals who have lost their jobs or had their income reduced due to the pandemic, through measures such as unemployment benefits and stimulus checks. Infrastructure. Governments have had to invest in healthcare infrastructure and vaccine distribution systems to enable the population to receive COVID-19 vaccines. Policies. Governments around the world have had to develop policies and guidelines to manage the pandemic, including lockdowns, mask mandates, and social distancing measures. Overall, the pandemic has had a significant impact on global finances, with many countries experiencing economic contraction and increased debt levels. The long-term effects of the pandemic on finances remain to be seen, as countries continue to work towards recovery and adaptation to the new normal. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe button.